Hello and welcome. Today we are diving into a digital revolution that is turning one of the world's biggest railway networks completely on its head. We're talking about Indian Railways and how one single app is pretty much rewriting the playbook on how governments can build and roll out technology for millions of people. All right, let's just jump right into it. What we're about to unpack here is a story about crazy speed, massive scale, and a whole new vision for public services. And, it all kicks off with one absolutely giant number. Take a look at this. 2 crore. Now, if you're not familiar with the Indian numbering system, 1 crore is 10 million. So we're talking about a staggering 20 million people. So what do you think 20 million people in India all did that has the tech world and public policy experts paying such close attention? They all downloaded one mobile app, yeah. In less than 8 months, the new Railone super app blew past that 2 crore or 20 million download mark. I mean, that's just a wild rate of adoption, and it signals a huge shift in how people are interacting with the railways. And it's not just about downloads, not by a long shot. To give you a feel for what this looks like every single day, the app handles 6 lakh ticket bookings every single day. A lakh is 100,000. So we're talking 600,000 tickets booked daily through this thing. So yeah, we're not just talking about some popular app here. This has become essential digital infrastructure. Okay, so we've seen the mind-boggling scale of this thing. The next obvious question is, what is this app really? And what makes it so different from everything that came before? Well, at its heart, Railone is what we call a super app. And the idea was pretty simple, really. They wanted to fix a huge headache for people, having to juggle a bunch of different websites and apps just to do different things on the railway. This app was built to bring it all together. And you can see right here just how convenient that is. I mean, from booking your long-distance reserved seats to grabbing a last-minute unreserved ticket on the go, or even just buying a platform pass to go see a friend off, it's all right there. You can check your PNR status, you can look up train info, all without ever leaving the app. It is, no joke, a true one-stop shop for anyone traveling by train in India. Okay, but pulling off something at this scale with this kind of functionality, that is not easy, right? So how is it even technically possible? What's the engine that's powering this digital locomotive? And here's the thing, the secret to Railone's success, it's way more than just a pretty app. It's actually built on this really powerful modern tech ecosystem that was designed from the ground up to handle the insane demands of the Indian Railways network. You can really see the foundations here. First off, a scalable architecture, which, in simple terms, just means it's built to handle millions and millions of people all at once without crashing, especially during those crazy peak travel seasons. Second, the design is super intuitive, making it easy for pretty much anyone to use, whether you're tech-savvy or not. And finally, there's AI-driven personalization, which actually gets smart about your common routes and preferences to make booking even faster. But here's where it gets even more interesting. The vision is bigger than just one government-built app. Indian Railways is now actively opening its doors for outside innovators to come in and help build this ecosystem out. And that is where the new RailTech policy comes into play. So what this policy does is basically roll out the red carpet for startups and tech companies. They can now just hop onto a dedicated portal to submit their ideas, they can get access to bigger grants to fund their projects, and, this is the big one, they can get their new tech trialed on the actual railway network way faster. It's all about speeding up innovation from the outside in. So you've got this massively successful app, you've got a new policy to bring in fresh ideas. Where is this train headed next? Well, when you look at the long-term vision, it's pretty clear that Railone is just the first stop on a much longer journey. Let's take a look at the roadmap because it gives us a peek into what's coming. So it all started with the Railone launch back on July 1st, and then boom, it hits that 2 crore user milestone we talked about. But check out what's on the horizon, the complete digitization of the Railway Claims Tribunal, and these real-time innovation challenges where startups can solve problems for the railways as they happen. This isn't just about an app anymore, it's about digitizing the entire railway system from end to end. So what's the big takeaway here? The really crucial point is that the wild success of Railone isn't just a story about a cool train app. It's demonstrating a whole new blueprint for how public digital infrastructure can be built and scaled fast, by mixing user-friendly design with an open door for innovation. And all of this leaves us with a really fascinating question to think about. The Railone story shows a massive government entity adopting the speed and the agility of a tech startup, and it makes you wonder, What other essential public services could be completely transformed if they use the same model? What really happens when public infrastructure starts moving at startup speed?